So we're gonna learn Atlantic today. I'm gonna play through that now. Let you all watch how it goes. We've transposed the chords to fit E standard, so we'll be playing E, all the E standard today. I'm gonna play along to this song, and you can all see how it goes and what we're gonna do today. Shred it up. Yeah, light up the chat. No, I'm sorry. I just the microphone. Got a little excited. All right. Let's hit play. All right, I got my Bluetooth speaker going. Let me see if it's too loud or not. Drop my pick. All right, so that is Atlantic. That's what we're gonna be going over tonight. Let's get started here. Let me make sure that we're all set to go here. And then bring up the tabs. Thank you. Atlantic Chords. Here we are. Let's make this a little bigger for me to see. All right, we have the tabs here. So what we are going to be going over today is the chords that make up the song, and all, as well as how to play it. We're going to be in E standard today, like we have been doing. So we can go over that real quick, so make sure everyone's in tune. All right, so we'll start with an E, low E. Go to an A. Go to a D. That's a little sharp. Go to G. Then B. Followed by E. If you play the E chord, it should sound like this. All right. Yeah, so let me close out of this real quick so we can listen. So the first chord of the chorus progression of the song is an E. We've definitely played E before, I believe, at one point, E major. So we're gonna make that chord right now. It is the first one in the list of chords right down here in the tab. We're gonna start off with a low E open note with nothing, no fingers on it, like this. We're going to go to the second fret with our middle finger. Second fret of the D string with our ring finger. Index finger, first fret of the G string. And then we're going to leave the last two strings empty, like this. And that chord together should sound like this. Your classic E chord. That's the first chord of the song. Then we're going to go to another classic, a G sharp minor 7 flat 13. You know, like everyone knows. That's going to be a fourth fret with your middle finger on the E string. Yeah, classic chord. What we're going to do is you're going to leave your middle finger kind of just barely resting on the A string to mute it. So it's just, you're going to push down on the E string like this and leave the rest of your finger kind of hanging on the A string to stop that note. So it just sounds like this when you hit the two strings. That's what the X is on the second chord. Then what we're going to do is ring finger on the D string at the fourth fret and pinky finger also on the fourth fret of the G string. And that chord should sound like this. So we have E, G sharp minor 7 flat 13. Perfect. And then we're going to go to an A sus2. A sus2, what we're going to do is we're going to use our ring finger and pinky finger on the second fret of the D string and G string and play like this. So you're going to leave the B and E string open as well as the A string. So it should sound like this together. Then we're going to a C sharp minor 7, which is index finger on the fourth fret of the A string, ring finger and pinky finger on the sixth fret of the D and G string, and then you leave the last two strings open. And that should sound like this. The next chord coming is the F sharp minor 11, another classic. It's the exact same shape as the G sharp minor 7 flat 13, classic, just 2 frets down. So we're going to do middle finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, mute that 2nd string with your middle finger, then you're going to do your ring finger and pinky on the 2nd fret of the D and G string, and leave the last 2 strings empty. This chord should sound like this. And then the last chord in this song that we'll be using is another absolute classic, a D sharp flat, I can't read it, D sharp flat 6 flat 9 number 3, an instant classic. And what that chord is, your index finger on the 4th fret, or the 6th fret of the A string, pinky finger on the 9th fret of the D string, and then 8th fret with your ring finger on the G string, and then leave the bottom 2 strings open, the B and the E, and that chord should sound like this. And that's a chord from the bridge that we'll be using. And that is the chords of this song in its entirety. Is anyone lost? Do we need to go over any of those chords before we move on to the beginning of the song? My thing, make sure you're using your pinky and ring finger like this underneath each other. Just like this. And if it helps, make sure your thumb is not like this, and it's more like this. It'll give you more arch for your hand. So instead of having your thumb extended, bring it underneath your hand, and it'll give your fingers more arch. F sharp minor 11, yes. Middle finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, ring finger and pinky on the 2nd fret of the D and the G string, and let the last 2 strings open. So it should sound like this. Just like that. What kind of chord? Yeah, the Foo Fighters use them a lot too. It's just a chord that kind of transitions to another chord easily, like those kind of things. Extremely long name for a very common chord. So, alright, so we're going to move on to the beginning of the song. The chorus progression. Here we are. So what we're going to be doing is, it's all downstrokes. So it's just playing down. We'll start with an E. Let me make this a little smaller. Oh yeah. Not a problem. Hopefully that helped. So what we're going to start off with is an E. So the beginning of the song should sound like this. 3 downstrokes, just like that. With the first chord right there. We're going to move to the 2nd chord, which is the 4th fret. I don't even remotely remember what it's called. Let's go back. The G sharp minor 7 flat 13, you know, the classic one. Right here. And all of these chords are played the same way. 3 downstrokes, just like this. Then we're going to slide to the A. And the reason we used our pinky and ring finger for that A sus2 is because when we're playing the chord that we just played, we can remove our middle finger and just slide down, and you don't even have to lift your hand. You don't have to lift your pinky or ring finger up. You can just go, remove these 2 fingers, and then slide down. And you have the 3rd chord, the A sus2. So far we have. Then we're going to go up to the C sharp minor 7. Back to the A. all of those chords right there are just 3 downstrokes for each chord, like this. So up till where we are, this is what we have. So that's what we have so far. And then to end this phrase, we're gonna switch between 3 chords pretty quick. The A, the whatever chord, and the E. So it'll be just like that. So I'll call this the G sharp and the F sharp to get that a little easier in everyone's brain. So we'll go from the A, add our middle finger again, slide down to the 2nd fret for the F sharp, and then end on E. Just like that. And for the tabs, it goes to the 2nd fret there at the end, and it actually cycles back. So this phrase repeats itself. So altogether, it should sound like this. Just like that. And then we're into the verse. Is everyone okay up till here? I feel like we should be okay. Slide to the verse. Yes, sir. On to the verse. Light it up. All right. So we'll move on. The verse is actually the same chord progression, just 1 stroke instead of 3. So we'll go. Just like that. So instead of doing the 3 strokes for each one, it's just one stroke for the chord. Thank you for the emoticons. So we'll go from E, G sharp, A, C sharp minor 7, A, G sharp, F sharp, E. And that is the verse. Are we doing okay so far? I can't even read that one. Shred. Yes. Okay. All right. So we're going to go to the pre-chorus now. The pre-chorus is where we start adding in the last chord, the one that gave your fingers a little problem, this one. Or this one. So what we're going to do is we are going to start on the C sharp minor 7, and we're going to play it 8 times, all downstrokes, and we're going to accent every other 2. So what that should sound like is this. Just like that. And what that is, when I say accent, I just mean like hit the strings a little bit harder and fully through the strings. So it'll go no accent for 2 and then accent 2, just like this. Thank you for following, Chris. Hope you are doing well, my brother, Mr. Chris Freeman himself. We stand. Does everyone understand what I mean by accents? Does anyone need me to explain accents? Because this entire part is accents. Let's explain. All right, so an accent, I'm not sure what the exact terminology is, basically, or the exact way to describe it, but you want to play a little bit harder. So if I'm playing this chord, that third hit is an accent. So I'll do 2 without accents and 2 with accents right now, like this. So 2 without, and then 2 with, just like that. So same chord, just strummed a little bit harder. Everyone quiet. Class is in session. Does that help with accents? I can explain how to hold a guitar pick once we get through for you. So save that question. I stand Chris Freeman. I do like that guy. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the C sharp minor 7 8 times, and we're going to accent every other 2, just like this. I can slow it down for you too. So we'll do, and it's all downstrokes. You don't have to worry about picking up. So we'll go. From there, we're going to slide up to that crazy chord, and we're going to do the same picking pattern with this chord. And then we're going to slide down to the A sus2. And for the A sus2, we're going to hit it 16 times instead of 8. We're just going to double it. Are we okay with that? Do we need any help with that middle chord? I know that one does not come naturally. That's the bridge of the song. This song's not too complex. I'm going to show you the leads as well so we can dive into those a little bit. But it's not too complex. Doing okay. Okay. So when you switch between the really hard one and the 2, your pinky and ring finger switch spots. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So we're going to go from the C sharp minor 7 like this. And you're going to flip your pinky and ring finger and do this. Then you're going to slide down and switch them back. Just like that. So and if it does help you to practice it, just play the chords with 1 strum each. Don't even worry about the strum pattern. Just practice switching between the chords like this. Just like that. And so we're going to repeat that, I guess, a few times. And for the last part of the pre-chorus, there's like a hard stop, like I showed you in the last week's lesson, on the A. So right before the chorus starts, we'll go on the A sus, we'll hit it 9 times like this. So for the 9th one, we're going to hit it and then mute the strings. So just like that. And I can play along with the song a little bit if that helps you to understand, because this part's a little bit different from the actual recording because we're playing it acoustically. So I can kind of show you exactly what that sounds like with the song. So let me get that queued up real quick. All right, ready? Fast muting. Real quick, you're gonna hit the A and literally, like, with the back end of your palm here, just literally just put it on the strings and stop them from vibrating. So just like that. Here, I'll move my hand in like this. That's all it is. All right, so I'm gonna do the bridge real quick, or the pre-chorus. So up to here we have. Well, I'll play the song up to where we have so far, and then we can go over some stuff. So. Now we're just gonna ring once, like this. Here comes the pre-chorus. And that is the pre-chorus. Does that kind of help guide where you would play what I was just explaining? Thank you. Appreciate that. Cool. All right. Seems like everyone got that. Yes. Perfect. Awesome. I'm going to move on to the bridge then. The bridge is very similar to the pre-chorus in that it is literally the pre-chorus. So what we're going to do, it's just a little bit longer. How would I play it? Not acoustic. Palm mute that section. Oh yeah, so not acoustic, it would be, you would palm mute and it would just be the root notes. So. Ah. Just like that. It's just a single note. So for the bridge, we're going to do the exact same thing we just did. No problem. Hair gets caught in my beard. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the same progression. Yes, that is exactly what it is, Val. So the bridge is the pre-chorus. We're playing the exact same thing again. And so that's going to be how you play the bridge of this song. The actual, for acoustic, it makes much more sense. And because we're in E standard, it makes much more sense. And that's how we do the acoustic thing that we posted online of this song. Acoustic album. Maybe. But that's how you play the bridge as well. So pretty much we have covered the entire song rhythm on rhythm guitar. Is anyone lost? Do I need to go over anything again for rhythm guitar before we dive into some of the leads? And you can always go back and watch this video again because we're going to post it on YouTube and also our Twitch page. Bridge is accented. It is. Good question. Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to practice, right? Homework's important, though. So it seems like everyone is pretty good on up to here. I'll play the bridge for you guys right now with the song so you can kind of get the gist of how that would go with these chords. So back into it. And for the last part of the bridge, we're just going to bring out on the A sus2 that I have right there. So the last strum, you're just going to... And then we'll go back on the chorus. Right? So, thank you. So we're going to go into the pre-chorus leads real quick. If everyone is good to move on. Feel like everyone's good to move on. We're breezing through this song. We're all learning how to shred. Okay, so this is the pre-chorus lead. The pre-chorus lead, what you're gonna do, light up the chat. Oh man. Lighting up the chat makes my computer like go haywire. The fan is just like out of control. So for the pre-chorus, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our ring finger on the 9th fret of the G string. Hey Katie. Then we're going to put the pinky finger on the 10th fret of the B string. And your index finger is going to go on the 7th fret of the E string. Right there. So you should have is this. And for the pre-chorus, what we're going to do is we're going to play the 9th fret, followed by the 10, like this. So then the 9th fret, 10th fret, back to the 9th fret. Just like that. And then we're going to go up to the 7th fret with an upstroke. And then another upstroke for the 10th fret. And the first three we're going to alternate pick. So up and down, just like this. Oh, you can watch my picking hand, so it's a little easier. So down, up, down, up, up. Just like that. So we're going to play that twice. Hit the 9 one more time. And then we're going to slide our pinky underneath our ring finger and play the last chord, which is 997. Just like that. So that's the first part of the pre-chorus lead. So what we have is just like that. I'll play it for you slowly too, so you can hear it. Yeah, just make sure you're alternate picking and then picking up twice, like that. You want to definitely work on alternate picking. That will improve your playing a lot. So after that, what we do is go into the second part of the pre-chorus lead, which is the same part, but we don't slide our pinky down. We just go just like that. Thank you. I love my acoustic. I think I've probably played this guitar more than any guitar. Just like that. So the pre-chorus lead together should sound like this. And then into the chorus. And I'll play that part for you so you can hear it along with the track. And with the electric guitar, it's like a reverb delay guitar, so it fills the space. But I'll play along with it right here. So right here. Right there. And that is how you play the pre-chorus lead. Is everyone okay on that? Because I'm going to move on to the intro lead as well as also the chorus lead. Yep, so far, yep. Yep. Yeah, the electric is definitely a little bit lighter on the fingers. But that's okay. You got to develop those calluses, right? Okay. So I'm going to show you the chorus lead real quick. Let me bring that up. Chorus lead. Here we are. So the chorus, yeah, this works for electric and acoustic as well. They are the same instrument, just powered by an amp and not powered by an amp. Powered by like a little hole in the middle. A cavity or whatever. Alright, so the chorus lead, what you're going to want to do is you're going to bar your index finger on the 9th fret of the G, B, and E string. Right there, like that. 9th fret of the last 3 strings. And what we're going to do is we're going to, again, alternate picking, down, up, down, on the G and the B string like this. Down, up, down. Just like that. We're going to put our pinky on the 12th fret. So that's the next part. So going to hit the 9th fret of the E string with your barred finger, and then hit the 12th fret again. So we're up to the second 12 on the tab, right there. So it just sounds like this. Just like that. We're going to play the 9 on the G and the B again, like just how we did the first time, down, up, down. And then we're going to play 12, 10, and 9 on the B string like this. And all alternate picking. So always go up and down when you're picking these. Don't pick all down. Pick down, up, down, up, down, up. It's hard to say and play at the same time. And that is the chorus lead. I'll play it for you slowly. I'll play along with the track so you can hear it in context. Pull that up. So here we go. Just like that. Barring is laying one finger across a few strings at once. Exactly what Leanne said. So you want to put your index finger pushing down on the 9th fret of all 3 of those strings. Just like that. And that is the chorus lead. I'll show you the intro lead as well of the song. Very complex. It has a delay effect that you'd play with an electric that gives it like a like that. But what we're gonna do is 7-9, 7-9, just like that. But with the delay effect, it has a really cool sound. We're playing acoustic, but I figured I'd show you just in case you have a delay pedal and you can do this. It's just 7 on the B string, 9 on the G string, then 7 on the E string, and 9 on the G string. And if we're playing it acoustically, we can bar the B and the E string and just do. Just like that. That will work just fine. That's the beginning and end of the song. So I'll play it real quick. So we have, comes in on the second half like this. Just like that. And that concludes Atlantic. I'm going to go over the lick of the week after we're going to interview Nick Venti in just a few minutes. The lick of the week, I'm going to kind of show you how to do this kind of thing. We'll figure out a way to do that. Duel of the Fates. Yeah, sure. What is it? Duel of the Fates. Right. Is everyone okay on Atlantic before we dive into our interview with Herb? Anyone have any last minute questions for Atlantic? Let me hide the tabs. What up? Is that Connor? Thank you. I appreciate that. Brags. All right, let's get into our interview with Herbie. A little hangout. Let me put my guitar down. Get my headphones on so I can hear them. Herbie. Yeah, we love Herbie. All right, so the best guy. What's up, Alex? Let me pull up the. Let me call him real quick. So, call him there. Play some Atlantic on repeat. Get that in your heads. Seems that I see a herb. So hold on, give me 1 sec. Let me get him some volume. Herbie. Alright. Pull up the properties. Herbie. Yo, yo. That's Herb. Alright, so let me give him the full screen. 1 sec. Full screen. And we'll allow it. We are live with Herbie.
Yo!
My brother.
What's going on?
What up?
Sitting here in my BFS robe.
Wow. Represent. I should get my robe out. It's definitely right there.
Yeah, man. Put it
Yeah,
on.
man. Hello. Yeah. Say hello to the people.
What's
Can everyone
happening?
hear Herb? Is it loud enough?
Can you hear me?
Are we good on volume for Herbie?
Dude, it's Colin threatening to bite me on the Grayscale account.
Yeah, just not okay at all.
But then he says he'll protect me with my life.
He'll bite you, but he'll protect you with his life.
Seems like
And
a
that's
hold,
love.
seems like a hold then scold situation. A little.
Yes, it does. I'll go get the robe. I'm gonna ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how has your quarantine been in Michigan? I'll let you take it away. I'll go get my robe.
Quarantine has been interesting. It's snowing today in Michigan. Not great. It was 70 degrees last week. I've just been writing music, playing the Switch,
We're back.
and watching some TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone in particular?
Well, Ozark. Wrap that up real quick.
Yeah, I just finished that. I mean, I don't know if the chat has finished that, but dude, the ending.
We won't spoil it, but holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit is right. I don't think after it cut to black, I don't think I said anything for like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
It was just like
it was just
so good.
It was crazy.
It was so good.
That is one of the greatest shows out right now. I actually watched a show called The Outsider, which is also with Jason Bateman.
Okay.
HBO.
HBO. What's that about? I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that.
It's not like supernatural. It's like very weird. It's very creepy.
Okay. Cool. I can get behind that. I love this actual show, Supernatural. So.
Yeah, I've never watched that, but I know you and the Tot absolutely adore it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely like a cheesy, like 2000s melodramatic kind of. I don't know.
Didn't you go
show,
to that?
But it's so
go-
good.
Didn't you go to that dude's bar in
Yeah.
Austin?
The guy who we were recording with, one of his assistants.
Nice.
Hmm?
You're telling them about the bar, right?
Yeah, so the guy, one of the actors from Supernatural, Jensen Ackles, owns a brew pub in Austin, Texas, and we were like 5 minutes away from it. And Katie came down. And I was like, we have to go there and hopefully see him. And apparently, we missed him by one day. He was there the next day, and we didn't see him. I was devastated.
That's rough.
Big fan of the show, though. Yeah, I finished Tiger King, dude.
Bro, they're like, what a shit show.
You know what the craziest thing is? It happened like last year. Like
it's pretty current.
Yeah, it's really not that old at all.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. That like every meme and every like GIF I see of that kills me.
Yeah, it's so funny. Have you seen the one? You all seen the somebody built the Tiger King basketball game, like basketball team in NBA, and it's just highlights of Joe Exotic dunking on Carol Baskin. It's so funny.
And the crazy thing is they had Jeff on Team Baskin.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god.
It's so funny. So funny. Yeah. I saw a question. Do you have Switch? I know you have Switch. I have
Yes.
Switch. What games have you been playing on Switch?
I always play Rocket League. I still love Rocket League.
Why aren't we
And
playing Rocket League together? I got Rocket League.
well, let's play, Vonnie. My
Shoot me
burly
a
little
text.
We'll play. Animal Crossing has been my recent purchase and most played game, and I've actually played with some of these people that are in the chat. So
Oh, really?
visited some islands. Yeah.
So I never played Animal Crossing growing up. Is it something that it would be like nostalgic for me to play it, or is it actually fun?
Like it's not like I played it on GameCube like when I was younger, but I wasn't like super into it because I was just like, well, this is fun, but like it's cool if you like you have to essentially like build an island and like the infrastructure and like build your house and kind of like start from square one and just grind it.
Is it online or is it just
no,
in
you
the
can
game?
play it by yourself, but in the game there's like an airport and you have to connect to the internet to go visit people. So like you can do that. You need the internet for that, but I mean beyond that, you can just like do your thing.
Is it an expensive game? Maybe I'll get it.
It's not one of those games where you like it's like $60. It's not a game like Fortnite where like they con you into buying shit in the middle of the game.
So it's all within it. Like you don't have to buy
it's
to
$60
improve.
flat.
Okay, maybe I'll look into getting that. I've been playing Warzone, dude.
Dude, you should see these islands. These people have flags of Colin's face. like in the game. Like it's terrifying.
That's awesome.
It's terrifying.
I'm curious. Maybe I'll get it and start building a little island.
Should I would be Dave. Go ahead. You're talking about Warzone. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I've just been playing Warzone. It's pretty fun. It's intense, but it's just like people get so creative with how to play the game. Like the other day, I was running around and some dude like was flying a helicopter and just jumped out of it and launched the helicopter at me and it like blew up and I was just like, come on. I didn't even think about doing that kind of stuff.
Calculated.
Yeah, truly. Does anyone have any? You can see the chat, right? Let's see if we have any questions for you.
Yeah.
Anyone have any questions for Herb?
So check this one out. It says, if you were a Spice Girl, which one would you be? To be honest, I don't know which one I would be. No. I would,
Seems like someone had an answer for you.
growing up, I loved Baby Spice. I don't know why.
Baby Spice?
Yeah, I love Baby Spice. Yeah,
I was definitely a Spice Girls fan.
yeah, they rock. They absolutely.
It's a great music group. Case. Anyone else here? Let's see. What kind of questions we got going on here? I'll try to.
I'd be Scary Spice because I'm intimidating as hell, which I'm not even that intimidating.
Yeah, I don't think you're Scary Spice at all.
Oh, dude.
I feel like with Scary Spice's hair and intimidation factor, I feel like Dallas is without a doubt Scary Spice.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's just facts.
Let's see. Brian Beast Mode asks, Herb, how did you join the band?
That's a good question. Let's hear it.
I was in a band from Michigan called The Directive. I played the drums, and we got we were actually managed at the time by the same manager. And
Hold on.
at the Kung Fu Necktie in Philly.
Herb, say that last like 5 seconds again. You lagged a little bit.
Oh, sorry. We met. We had the same manager, and our first show together was at the Kung Fu Necktie in Philly, and they didn't even know we had a show that day. Like,
yeah.
they had no idea, and we were like, they're waiting to load in, and it was like still locked. And so essentially, we met from playing shows like in the Midwest and like East Coast, like a little down south, and just became friends like that. And then, years after we did that, Colin was always like, dude, we want you in the band, even if we have to add an extra guitar. Like, we want to do this. And I was like, well, that doesn't make sense currently, but let's see what happens. And then a couple years later, they parted ways with their bass player, asked me to join, and that was it. So now I play bass, and I'm man in Grayscale.
The bass man.
Right.
Let's see, other questions we got here.
Let's see. Why is your name Herb?
Why? Someone misheard something, right?
No, it was because we were on a mount. What? There was some mountain in Arizona. We were driving like on our first tour, and we were climbing like Mount Picacho or something in Arizona. And I had flip flops on because my shoes were like in my bag, and so we like went climbing, and my feet were like dusty and tan because it was like the summerish, and I was like, dude, my feet look like hooves. And then Colin was like crying, laughing, and he's like, "Oh, hooves, Herbert Hoover!" And he's like, just like went on with this thing, and it turned into Herbie from like Herbert Hoover.
From Herbert Hoover?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All started with hooves. Rhino hooves.
You did that to yourself, honestly.
I did. I accept myself. Stop.
That's okay. We got through it. I think it's a good nickname.
Dude, this is seriously... This must be Jordan. It says, my first memory of Herbie is I walk into Jordan's room at the house in Philly. And this is like kind of before Jordan really worked with the band. He was like designing shirts and like he was designing merch. But that was it at the time. And I walked in. I was like, hey, man. And he's like, dude, take your shoes off when you walk in my room. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, everyone's got their fucking shoes on in the house. And I was like, all right. I was like, I respect that, though. I get it. He was, like, in J zone where he's, like, not fucking around.
Yeah, you're like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah. And he's taking 10%, so it's not.
That's really funny. Someone asked you, what is your favorite instrument to play? I think that's a good question for you.
Drums, by far, is my favorite instrument to play. That is, like, it's just, and Nick will attest to this. It's like, and Colin, because Colin's a drummer too, but it's like there is something about just beating the shit out of the drums and just like, I don't know, it's a full body experience. I love the drums. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I feel like I don't obviously play the drums at all, but like there is definitely something about getting behind a kit and just going. It's so much fun.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Is that Katie?
Where? I don't. Yeah.
I want to give you a hug, Todd. I will take it up in a second.
Give us good hugs. Top tier hugs. We need a video of Herb playing drums. That would be cool.
You'll get it one day. Maybe I'll do one.
There's nothing wrong.
Let me see if I can find an old music video that's terrible from my old band.
Are you gonna post it?
I'll just put it in the chat.
Oh yeah. You can find yourself. That's actually a really funny idea.
Rough times.
Yeah, I would love to play drums. I mean, I have a kit in the basement. It's my brother's kit, and I would just sneak down there when he was actually playing a lot. It was kind of like Step Brothers. He'd be upstairs, and all of a sudden you'd hear the cymbal crash, and you just hear foots flying down the stairs.
Dude.
Get off my drum
set!
I was like, holy crap.
But it's fun. I mean, even you love getting on the drums still. And I know it's like Dallas's biggest pet peeve, like when anyone plays when they shouldn't be, because Dallas is a curmudgeon old man. But I love him. I love him with everything in me. And I understand not wanting sound, because there's sound all day at shows, so
yeah,
I get it. But drums are just play.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Favorite cities to visit or bucket list places you want to go either on tour or just for fun?
I want to go back to Italy because I feel like we didn't do Italy proper because it was like snowing. And I mean, we were only in Milan and it was just shit out. So I want to go back and like see Italy properly. I would love to go to Sicily because I'm from Sicily. And then I would love to do like Greece. And I would
looks so cool.
Bro, it looks ridiculous. And then I would love to go to like Japan. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Australia as well. But
yeah,
I love just traveling in general.
I would love to go to like, I think Japan would be really cool. I think Italy, like those coastal cities in Italy would be awesome. Yeah, when we were in Milan, we were like on the outskirts and it was 30 degrees and snowing. It's brutal.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be really cool to go to like Russia, like Moscow or something. Like that.
Listen, it You want to talk about Moscow? Before I jumped on here, I got an email said someone from Moscow, Russia hacked my Hulu account, and it says the device's name was "fuck you iPhone."
You rocked, Herb. Honestly.
So I got Russia coming after me. Had to change my password.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll tour there and you can take care of that guy.
Yeah, I'll be like Liam Neeson in Taken.
Yeah, I have a particular set of skills.
Right.
It was Bill Gates hacking you. Yeah. Anyone else have questions for Herb? Our Netflix got hacked by someone in Germany. Yeah, someone in Russia tries to hack my EA Sports account for like NHL and like Fortnite. I'll get these texts all of a sudden. It's in like a foreign language, and it's my EA access, and it's an access code. Like they're hitting my two-factor authorization or whatever, but it comes in with Russian language instead of English.
Oh yeah.
Insane.
Fucking Putin. Let's see. We got any more questions?
What is your favorite TV shows? I think it would be Ozark, right?
I do love Ozark. Says Herbie, what's your favorite whiskey? Like go to like typical whiskey is probably Jameson or Crown Royal. But if I could pick, Basil Hayden's bourbon is like my shit.
Basil Hayden's, yeah.
That is like so smooth.
My cousin loves that. He came into the bar the other day. We were just shooting it.
Oh yeah, bro. It's cake. It's cake.
It's
so
good.
Those are probably my favorites. Herb, what's the first thing you're doing after quarantine? Well, quarantine currently is supposed to end on my birthday on April 30th. It'll probably get pushed, but I want to play golf so bad.
Dude, I golfed during the quarantine for like the first time in years.
I did once. I golfed once during quarantine. It was like
my
early
dad's
on.
been sneaking onto courses.
Oh yeah, it was like early on. I went with my cousin Leo. Shout out cousin Leo. Yeah, I don't know. I that's what I would love to do. Just to be outside. Me and Diana we went bike riding. Bikes we have aren't the greatest, so we've been out walking when it's been nice, but like I said, it's been snowing like the past few days.
Yeah, it's even snowed here a little bit, like in the mornings when it's still cold.
Tomorrow's supposed to be nice, like 55, 60 and sunny, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Herbie, would I be able to get a pic with you in your autograph at Cincinnati? Absolutely, Jordan. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I think I saw what's your handicap? My handicap is like 1 million.
I don't even know what mine is.
I don't even bother counting. I'm so bad at golf. I've only golfed like 5 times in my life. Bro,
I putted out of my mind the last time I played, and I don't even know. Oh yeah, I don't even know how. It was crazy.
I feel like for me, like I'm not good at golf, but I enjoy going, and I think golf is the funniest sport ever. Like when you're out with your boys or whoever, and you're playing golf, and like everyone's got like golf pants on, golf socks, golf gloves.
Yeah.
I've got my expensive golf tee with my expensive golf gloves, and then they go up to the tee, and everyone's like, "Everyone be quiet. Everyone shuttle down. Like Nick's about to swing," and you swing. It's like this whole concentration. Like us talking would change the fact that you're gonna launch that ball 75 yards into the woods, no matter what.
Yeah, it depends on like who you're playing with. But some people are so, and it's funny because like we've talked to Colin about this. Like Colin likes golf, and he is like how people lie about their score and how it's like the little corner cutting people do in golf kind of eats me alive. And
Dude,
I don't know, if you play with people that you like, it's understood how to play properly, and like you agree on a certain way, like then it's fun. But people are ridiculous. Like when they want to buy their expensive stuff, like I get
it though. It's a hobby.
You want to like look the part, but also it's like you shoot for shit. So
yeah, I think it's so much fun. Like I went with my brother and my dad and my uncle the other day. Dude, my brother drives like 330.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy.
He launched this one. I couldn't believe it. We were all like, "Are you joking?" He has a really nice swing. He's been practicing a lot though.
bro. I've been trying. Like, it sucks because it's like you try to practice your swing, and then like the off season, especially like if it's winter. Like we have one indoor golf range near me, but it's like so hard to maintain that, and then the smallest mechanical fault you have can ruin your whole shot.
Yeah,
So
just not even close.
yeah, I'm sure
Yes.
these guys don't give a shit about golf. So let's see what
It
else.
seems like we got golf questions. Colin,
Yeah,
I would probably say is the best golfer, right?
Yeah, I would say Colin was probably the best golfer. I've never seen him golf, but he's probably played the most and like kind of. He's got like a golf body. He's so lanky. He can probably hit the ball great.
Yeah, I feel like, and golf is like similar to something like, I mean, really anything. But the more you do it, obviously, the better you are.
Yeah.
Like, I've only golfed 5 times ever.
Yeah,
It's
you're not
fun.
obviously not going to be great off 5 times, but
Yeah, no, it's a fun time though doing. Even though
Oh, Yenny with the important question: would you want toes for fingers or fingers for toes? No. Next question. I got hopes
not
for,
at all.
so I can't talk about it. Let's see. Herb, as a fellow Michigander, fave place downtown. I don't. If we're talking food, I don't know. I really don't know. There's a place called Mercury Bar in Corktown, which is sick as hell. If you're talking drinks, I would say Sugar House is cool for like good cocktails. Sushi is what the hell's that place called? Maru Sushi downtown is good. Standby is a great place downtown as well. Standby is like food and drinks, really good stuff. Let's see. You're stuck in an island. You can only pick one of your bandmates to stay with you. Who are you choosing? I don't know, dude.
I'm gonna bring Dallas because it could be like a social experiment.
I was just gonna say I would probably bring Dallas because like he knows when to hang out and he knows when to like do his own thing, and I'm the same way. Like I want alone time, but I also want a friend. So I know that guy's gonna be crushing claws, and it'd be fun. It'd be fun.
Chilling on the beach, crushing claws.
Oh, yeah.
Not really saying much, but it's fun.
Yeah, I could do it. Brittany said, when are you going to start streaming some Animal Crossing? Maybe soon. Who knows? We'll see.
Maybe very soon.
Yeah, maybe very soon. Let's
What's
see.
your favorite claw flavor?
Yeah, Dave is the claw.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't say I prefer claws to most drinks, but like when you're drinking, like I feel like on tour there's just so much alcohol like readily available. Yeah. I'd much rather have those because at the end of the day I haven't, had beer, and beer is so bad for you when those have like are healthier for you in a way. I like mango and I like the black cherry. The black cherry ones taste like freeze pops to me, like those classic freeze pops in the little plastic wrappers, and I love those things.
They have the new variety pack is like tangerine, lemon, watermelon, and supposedly those are like the better variety pack.
I've only had one.
Yeah, mango's in that pack too. So.
Oh yeah. Dallas, let me try the watermelon one. That was pretty good.
Oh, I'm sure. Looking forward to the NFL draft next week. Always, absolutely love watching football and hope it returns.
Yeah, we'll see.
Favorite Hot Mulligan song? Feel Like Crab. Is that that's one of their songs? Yeah, that's my favorite.
Definitely one of their songs.
Yeah,
I believe that's mine too. Let me make sure. I'm gonna make sure.
Let's see what we got. What's your favorite aisle in the supermarket? Yenny with the important shit again. Favorite aisle in a supermarket.
Yeah, Feel Like Crab is awesome.
There's
a Squirrel in a Pretty Bad Place is really great song too.
Yes, yeah.
Pretty bad shape.
I'm bad with the names.
I haven't listened. Their names are difficult to remember.
Yeah, dude. Let's see. What to do on a bad? What she said. What would you do on a bad mental health day? To be honest, like music is my therapy in general. So I would sit down with my acoustic guitar. Like that's my outlet. If I'm, stressed, like in a bad mood, like I can always sit down and play guitar. Like that's probably or listen to a record. Like, put a record on, read the lyrics. I absolutely love that. Favorite Coheed Cambria song? Are you kidding me?
Let's go.
That's a lot of songs to think about.
They do have a pretty extensive.
I would probably say I love June Song Provision off of Second Stage Turbine Blade, but In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3 is my favorite record by them, and I absolutely.
That record's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the ending of the title track.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, dude, are you kidding me?
It is so.
They do it live at Starland Ballroom too.
Bro.
Dude, that's out of control. So good.
That was, yeah. I saw that, like, the anniversary for that. Is that when you went and saw them?
I didn't see them. I've watched that DVD.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I went and saw them a few times, and when they play that, it's ridiculous.
I'm sure. I loved what is it? No World for Tomorrow, I think.
See, I didn't listen to that record as much, and I don't know why, but I didn't get it.
The Running Free is pretty cool. It came out when that record came out when I started listening to them.
Yeah.
So, I was introduced with the In Keeping Secrets and that record basically.
Oh yeah, it's let's see. Wait, are you talking about you're not talking about Good Apollo. You're talking about the one after that, right? No World for Tomorrow?
Yes.
With Running Free and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go back to it.
It's a cool record.
Yeah, I need to listen to it. Let's see. We got any more questions, people? Ask some questions.
Yeah, we're going down that rabbit hole of Coheed, and we'll never return.
Yeah, no doubt. We can talk about it forever.
Yeah.
Who is sassier, Jay or Colin? It honestly depends on when you catch them. They're both pretty sassy. I've seen them both very sassy. So. Yeah.
I feel like for consistent sass, it's probably Jay.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. George's ready to fire off at any time. Let's see. Herb, can you sing? I absolutely cannot sing. I could back up like bullshit, but I can't sing. I'm not a front man by any means.
Herb can sing.
Can you wear your robes on stage in Cincinnati? These sleeves, they would not cooperate with me.
My sleeves are pretty. I feel like I'd probably this is an XL. I think I'd be a 2X because it's tiniest bit too short for my arms. That's the arm length.
The wizard sleeves would get in my way.
Yeah, but I feel like for a robe you want wizard sleeves. I don't want my arms to stick out. I want.
Yeah, but I don't want wizard sleeves while I play bass.
No. I'm just talking specifically for robe wearing and robe casual use.
Funny thing, my grandpa, who I actually live with, usually is always in a robe, gold toe socks, and Velcro shoes. And this one time, I would have people over and for Red Wings games, playoff games, or whatever. And I started this thing where I would have robe parties where you couldn't get in the house unless you were in a robe, so Ron was comfortable. So you had to come over in a robe and bring a snack or a dish. And so I had people at my house just in robes, just drinking, hanging out with my grandpa and watching hockey. And it was, yeah, it was ridiculous. So.
That is something that I'd be extremely interested in doing.
See, my sister Elena's in the chat. She said robe parties. Shout out Elena. I love you. I miss you.
Where? I can't see. I was there. That's really funny.
I was there.
Yeah, that's mafia level kind of stuff.
Nick, where are your Pokemon Crocs? They're at my house. I'm currently not at my house. My girlfriend is a nurse practitioner, so we kind of left the house so my grandfather wouldn't be exposed to it. So I'm currently not living at home. So living out of a duffel bag just like Tour. It's great. Let's see.
Have any pets?
I can't stand. I can't. I'm not a pet guy. I know everyone's gonna start yelling and shit. I'm just not a pet guy. That's just not my thing.
I get it. I have a puppy.
Yeah, it's I don't want my stuff chewed. I don't want this animal peeing everywhere. Don't want to train it. See, everyone's like, "Oh, come on!" It's not for me.
The man doesn't want to clean up after a dog.
Yeah.
Is that too hard to Wrap your head around. Are you
I
drinking
got,
whiskey?
I got an animal on tour named Colin that I have to try to train constantly.
Yeah, not house trained either.
Yeah, not house trained. Luckily,
Not at all.
he doesn't piss and shit everywhere, but he's pretty bad. Let's see.
Get a spider. Not a chance.
Yeah, this thing's flying.
I am
This thing's flying.
fully terrified of spiders.
Let's see what we got. Everyone's just mad. I just see a bunch of flying.
Yeah, everyone's just kind of angry.
I don't want to end it on that note, so someone ask another question.
Yeah, we'll do like 3-ish questions. 3 more questions.
Yeah, we'll do 3 more, which will end up turning into 7 more, but let's do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh no.
Yeah, bro.
Come on.
Oh, I mean, Nick Vina would be the one to tell you about Andy driving the van into a bridge. But I mean, I think you called me, Vaughn, because you didn't know what to do. Yeah. Nick Vino was behind him, following him, and yeah, you'd have to ask Nick. It did really, he got stuck underneath a overpass. Like, it wasn't like a clean, like it just chopped the thing off. It was like he got lodged under there in like block traffic. So it was pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was something. Like,
Yeah.
I got like wedged underneath the bridge. I had to like reverse out at full speed. It ripped the top off. I got out of the car like actually like visually shaken. Like, I was so like, I heard steam leave the RV.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing shut off. I was like, oh my, like in my head I was like, oh my god, like I just killed the RV. That's so like in my head I was like so panicky. I jump out of the car to look at it, and I'm like, literally my hands are shaking. I'm doing this, and I see this guy in his car behind me, and he starts yelling at me. He's like, "Hey asshole, when are you gonna drive through the bridge? Let's go, hurry up!" And like, the look that I must have given him must have been like so much fury, because like he like his arm got in his car, like you see the window go up, and he just sat there and just shut up. Dude,
you're probably a crazed man.
Yeah, I was ready to attack that man.
Sure. Let's see what we got. A couple more. Colin, wasn't that big of a deal? Just a $1,500 repair and potential lawsuit for fleeing the scene of an accident.
Well, that was the thing. When I hit the bridge, I actually saw a police officer. I flagged him down and was like, "Hey, sir, I just hit the bridge. Like, what am I supposed to do?" And he looks at me. He's like, "Well, this isn't really my area of jurisdiction, so you should call the cops." And I'm like, "Bro, you're the cops. Like, what are you talking about?" And so, in my head, like he drove off. He just drove away, and I was like, okay, like, so then it hit me. I was like, well, if I call the cops, I'm gonna have to end up paying to repair this already broken bridge. So
yeah, it'll be
like, I'm just gonna
go.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna leave.
Wild.
RV.
Bro, this
actually,
guy.
An RV under the bridge. That was good.
Kind of.
I also love you. I'm sorry that I'm not the greatest driver.
Best NHL game I've ever attended.
Ooh,
it was probably a few years ago at Joe Louis Arena. It was the Red Wings versus Tampa Bay in the playoffs. And there's nothing like playoff hockey. So that to me was probably like some of my favorite games. Like, my favorite times in hockey are probably Vaughn's least favorite times in hockey, but it's when the Wings were dominant in the 90s.
96.
That was I actually just watched that Flyers Wings series because they were playing the whole series on Fox Sports Detroit. It was
really?
So sick, yeah. But I mean, I liked Lindros and John LeClair are next level. So
yeah, John LeClair is like one of my favorite hockey players of all time.
Yeah, bro. I respect Philly so much. So there's no bad blood. But that time, the 90s when the Wings won it back to back. I remember the Wings winning in 97 and my dad grabbing me and putting me if we had a minivan, like a beige shit minivan, and there is a road over here called Gratiot, and everyone was like cruising Gratiot, beeping. My dad was sobbing. He's like, the Wings are champions. And I'm like, I'm in like these Batman pajamas, like in the front seat, like looking, and everyone's got pots and pans. It was like pure anarchy. So
Dude, I
that,
had like a very similar experience.
oh, it was sick.
When the Phillies won the World Series, I actually that night lost our state championship final soccer game.
Wow.
So like only 2 hours before, like I'm like sobbing. Like my senior year, we lost. I'm like absolutely emotionally devastated. Go home and watch the Phillies win the World Series, and we're like driving through town. The town's like electric. Everyone's in red, and I'm hanging out our van window, high-fiving people with like the most 1,000-yard stare. Like I'm just like,
dude, just
emotionally dead.
But happy. That sucks. Timmy Howard dunks. I love Tim Hortons, but I'm partial.
Yeah, I feel like I like Timmy Hortons. I love the apple fritter, and a double is easy.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Jay, you're already on the newsletter, so you don't have to worry about anything, man. It's exclusive newsletter.
Do we have like one or two more?
Yeah, let's do. Yeah. Let's see. Find Jordan. I'll remove you, you piece of shit. Let's see. Favorite ice cream. My favorite ice cream is, to be honest, it's been chocolate ice cream with almonds and fudge is like usually my go-to, which is called Death by Chocolate. But recently, I had Tillamook ice cream, which is from Oregon. It's like a dairy farm, and they have a coffee almond fudge ice cream that is like out of this world. So that is probably my favorite. Because then I went back and got Death by Chocolate, and it wasn't as good. So I'm upset.
Dude, coffee mixed with chocolate and like nuts is out of control.
Bro, I'm not talking like chocolate covered almonds. I'm talking about just straight almonds, like chopped almonds.
Oh, really? That's sick.
Yeah. Who has the most annoying or weird pet peeve? We'll end it on this. Jordan will literally have an aneurysm if you run the windshield wipers when it's like not necessary. Like if it's raining, like Jordan has to determine the speed you're at, because if you're too fast for the rain, he will like combust.
Dude, I am the same way. When I drive, Jordan, I'm with you. When I drive with one hand on the windshield wiper, and I don't turn it on. I just hit it down, so it just goes once. And I'll drive and let it like fill up, and then I'll hit it again, and it'll go once. But it's like
pissing rain, and you like put them on, and then I forget to like turn them off when it gets to a light drizzle. So then Jordan's like, I see Jordan in the rearview mirror like hovering over me, and he'll like lean in and he'll like, can you turn off the windshield wipers? And then there's been a few times
you see his like in the back bed, you just see him rise up like a vampire, just staring at this.
Yeah, dude.
You like lock eyes in the rearview mirror. You're like, oh.
Which I respect it though. It does waste the blades. It's just a matter of, I just think it's funny. So sometimes I'll crank them fast when the sun's out. There's no rain just to piss them off.
All right. You want to wrap it up there?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. We're gonna get back to learning some guitar. Everyone say goodbye to Herbie.
See you guys.
Thank you for joining me and doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon with this whole virus thing. You know.
For sure. Be healthy, my burly little man. I'll see you soon.
I will. All right, I'll see you soon, bud.
See you, bro. Love you guys.
Love you, Herb.
Later.
Back. We are back. Hot transition. Yes. We're upgrading. Let me get these headphones off so I can hear. Are you guys sick of hearing Atlantic yet? All right. No. That's good. The robe. Yeah, I got the BFS robe on. We weren't joking around. These things rock. Let me get this all situated real quick. And then All right, I'm gonna go over the lick of the week. Go over the lick of the week, and then we can answer a few more questions after that, and then we'll be on our way. I want to show you the lick of the week. Similar to last week, what I'm going to show you is a scale that I actually mentioned it for the last lick of the week. I was kind of showing you the C scale, right? And I was showing you how you could play the blues scale because all the notes fit it. So what I should have realized is not everyone knows the blues scale, so I'm going to teach you that right now. So let me all right, cool. All right, we're here. Here is the tab. This is the blues pentatonic A scale. This is the holy grail of guitar playing scales. This is every guitar solo you've ever heard in your entire life from the 80s ever. This is it. These 8 notes or whatever. So let's go over that. What we're going to do is index finger and pinky. So 5th fret with your index finger on the E string. Then the 8th fret with your pinky. Oh wait, so guitar solo is getting exposed. So what we're going to do is you're going to use your... I'm going to do this before we start this actually. What I'm going to do is you're going to use each finger as each fret. So starting at the 5th fret, the next fret will be your middle, next your ring, and your pinky. So we'll do that, right? So what we'll do is index finger on the 5th fret of the E, then pinky on the 8th fret, like this. Then we'll do the 5th fret of the A and 7th fret of the A. Then the same thing on the D string. Then 7th, same thing for the G string. And then 5th and 8th fret for the B and the E. So this is what that should sound like all together. That is the A minor blues pentatonic scale. And with that, air guitar works just fine. So with that, just similar to how I explained the C scale of those same notes repeating all over and over again, the A minor blues pentatonic scale also repeats. So what you can do is the A string 5th fret is the same as the 10th fret E string. So you can actually go or however, you can move it and play the same notes all the way up the neck. So you go. So what you can do is similar. Sorry, gotta move my leg. It's falling asleep. I'm not sure about the ukulele. I'll think about that and then I'll tweet about it. So what you want to do is you can use those notes all the way up the neck. So, and then you can start building solos with those notes. So instead of just going, you could go. And you can start building solos that way. And it's all about improvisation. It's figuring out what you like and how you like to play it with just using those notes. And that is where this kind of thing is exactly where the solo of If I Ever See You Again, that's where that solo comes from. It's the same. You can move that scale up. You play that same scale on the next fret, and it goes to like A and then A sharp or whatever. But the beginning of that solo is actually played like this. Just like that. And all those notes fit within this scale, but I'm playing them in a pattern up the neck rather than just going. I want to play it up here. So, to reach that, what I wanted to do was, I wanted to play. But I couldn't reach, like when I started doing that scale up here where, like this, they call these boxes. This is a box. That box up here could not get this note because obviously it's much lower. So I wanted to go all the way down there. So what I got was... I Miss You, Julian. Julian. And yeah, so that's how you can start developing solos. It's the same note just repeating itself, like the same grouping of notes repeating themselves over and over again, but you start to move them down the neck and start to build solos. This is a great way to I'll show you a great way to practice that. So what you can actually do is you can put on YouTube, really even Spotify has them, I believe. But what you can do is you can literally search A minor blues backing track, and you'll get a whole ton of them. You'll get different speeds, all kinds of stuff, and they're just like a full band to play along with. You can also do this with the C scale, and this is how I practice improvising and starting to play guitar how I wanted to play it, rather than just repeating what other people did. So you put on something like this, or whatever it might be, and you can go. But that's how I practiced. But all of those notes are just this. And you can actually solo with just using those specific notes in that box, like this. And then what you develop is your ear. You start realizing, oh, I played this so many times, I know this note's coming next. And I know to land on this note. And I know I can bend this note. And it's something you kind of develop your own skill. You develop your own ear. You develop the riffs you like to play. Like, I like playing this riff. Or... that's just something I go to. And you kind of develop the ones you like. That's something I like to do. And yeah, it's something you kind of develop yourself. So that's the scale. That's the scale. And you can use that to start developing your own solos. And that scale is like the basis of every solo. I mean, obviously, even what I just played, that's every solo you hear. It's the same. It's Van Halen. It's Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's Hendrix, especially Hendrix. Like, or that's that scale, through and through. You hear Stevie Ray Vaughan like the, or that is all that scale. And I think that will be extremely useful for you. It's all really about developing it in your playing guitar. I feel like, especially by ear, is kind of developing like patterns within your head, within your brain. So when you look at the fretboard, you're like, oh, I can do this, this, and this here. You should buy a guitar. Stimulus check. Ah. Yeah, having. So that's one thing about the tiny hands thing. A lot of people say they have tiny hands, too small to play guitar, and really what that is your hands when you first start playing guitar are not used to stretching. They're not, the muscles in your hands aren't used to doing this for long periods of time. So after playing for 5 minutes, your hands kind of start to cramp up and you can't make the chords. And that's literally just a muscle thing. It's the same as playing saxophone. When you play saxophone, you have embouchure, and what that is you keep your mouth like that. You keep your lips over your bottom teeth. And if you don't play saxophone for like a year, you go back to it, you straight up can't do it because your lips, your muscles give out and you start doing this. And you can't play. It's the same thing as guitar. If you just practice like a half hour a day, eventually your hands start to stretch out. And I think the when they start to hurt, stop, because you don't want to injure yourself. But eventually it becomes so natural that you don't have to really even, it doesn't hurt at all, and it's your hands actually really relaxed. The goal of guitar playing is to be able to play as well as you can with a very relaxed hand. You don't want your hand to be really gripping it. You want it to just lightly be there. Because that will, and when you first start learning the riffs and things, your hand, you will naturally press harder. But eventually, what starts happening is you'll be able to play those same riffs without pressing as hard. I've been playing guitar now for, let's see, almost 20 years. Almost 20 years, I think. But I taught myself. I didn't ever have lessons. Favorite song to play on guitar? I mean, I like playing our songs. I love playing it in my arms. I think that one's really fun. I love playing. I mean, I grew up playing Van Halen riffs and like August Burns Red and things like of that nature. One of my favorite songs ever is Pride and Joy by Stevie Ray Vaughan. That was like one of the first songs I really dove into and tried to learn. So that one's kind of like one of my favorites. Whoa. put this back on. Through the Fire and Flames, obviously. Wonderwall. It's something like... some arrangement of those chords, probably. Any recommendations for a decent starter guitar? You could probably find a really cool guitar at like a garage sale. If you don't have the time, obviously none of us do, to go to garage sales. I would recommend a Fender. I think it's called the Fender Player Series. They run about $500, I think. They're really, really nice. I have one right here. I'll show you. Let's do this. Get this guitar out. This is the Player Series Stratocaster. Runs about $500, and that's expensive, yeah. But I mean, you're going to be, if you're investing in a guitar and you really want to learn, you're gonna be playing it a lot, and so like it's one of those things where at some point you're like it comes back to you, like it's worth spending the money on. There's also like Squier Strats. Squier Strats are a nice guitar to start off with. They're maybe $200. They're nice. Yeah, auctions are great. You can find really, really like top tier guitars at auctions. Yeah, we'll get this cranking. Epiphone by Epiphone is like a beginner's guitar from Gibson. Obviously, they have nice guitars too, but Epiphones are like, you can find an Epiphone Les Paul. That was one of my first guitars. It's about like $500. But you can always, another thing when looking for guitars is use like reverb.com. It's like a buying and trading site. You can find used guitars for much cheaper that are like brand new. Like my friend found a Fender the other day. Brand new, this guitar basically, brand new. He got it for like $150. So you definitely want to know what you want, but then explore the options of where to get it. You don't want to just be like, I'll buy a brand new one. Schecters are really cool too. I have one of those. Is there a song of yours that I tend to mess up playing live? That song is Old Friends. Old Friends is a guitar riff from Dallas, and the way that he forms the one chord, it just doesn't agree with how I would play, and like how my hands are like stretch. Like it's this weird. This chord right here. It's pinky on the 9th fret, index on the 7th fret, ring on the 7th fret, and then index on the 6th fret, like this. And that chord is difficult. I mean, I practiced it, you know, so I got much better at it, but the transition between those chords is a little finicky. I hope you never hear me mess it up, because I've definitely practiced it enough to have it down. Another song I love to play is Wait Till Tomorrow, like, or wrong pickup. I know most every John Mayer song, I think. It's one of my favorites. love he does the cover of Bold as Love. It's a great cover. Song. Favorite John Mayer album? Why am I blanking on this name? Continuum. Continuum. I really loved Room for Squares. Like I loved the love that song. I like all his music. I do. I really liked the Wildfire. That song is really cool. But like he was always a fan of like the guitar heroes that I really loved. So like when I saw him start to emulate like Stevie Ray Vaughan and B.B. King, I was like, whoa, like this guy rips. This is exactly what I love. Continuum has no skips. So good. What is it? Or how do you do it? What other songs are on there? Or Love 19. I actually, yeah. I love Fine Line. Very great record. I actually am like new to the 1975. Wasn't like not that I obviously they're amazing. I really didn't listen to them all that much until like the end of last year. I went and saw them actually, and because I loved the new singles, and I was like, man, like I really wasn't on, like I slept on them. Like not, I knew the songs and I knew the hits, but I kind of dove in afterwards and like really listened to all their stuff, and I was like, man, this band is amazing. But really before like, what was it? Before November of last year, like I really didn't listen to them all that much. What's a riff I wish I would have written? That's a good question. I wish I would have written. I mean, that's a lot. I wish I would have written Back in Black. I think that riff's insane. I love Voodoo Child, like the or with the wah, like the. Favorite riff I've ever written. I wrote the riff of Fever Dream. I liked that riff a lot. I liked that progression. I wrote In My Arms, the guitar riffs of like the. the bridge of that song, like the. Yeah. 5 Seconds of Summer is awesome. Yeah, yeah. I love that. We're gonna I'm gonna wrap it up here. We have any last minute questions before I head out? Next week, I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna figure that out. We will definitely announce it though. Favorite song to play up the new album? I love playing Young. I love playing Just Right. I love playing In My Arms and Baby Blue. Very fun. You're welcome for the Fever Dream riff. Can I use a capo on any song? Yes, you can use a capo on any song. Just imagine the capo is this white line right here. You just slide that up, and then this becomes the 2nd fret. I have done the C4 onto a drone. I have done it. I am infinitely more competitive at video games than they are, I think. I used to take video games very seriously. And with that, I think I'm going to leave. Yeah, let's I really Andy's yeah, I get a little too competitive. I would love to see videos of you playing these songs. I really would love it, truly. I think I love teaching, and I love seeing the results of teaching. I love seeing people learning. I think people learning from something that I would show them is like a really like amazing thing. Would love to see your progress. If you have any questions, like just tweet at me. I'll get back to you. We'll figure it out. If you're lost on any of these things, you can always come back to watch these videos on YouTube and here. If you want to slow it down and go back and really learn, be sure to tune in to the Shamrocks Hockey. We got a game, 2 games in a few days. I want to see the fans coming out to show love for their team. Yeah. You're all very welcome. I love doing this, so yeah, definitely learn as much as you can. I would love to help you. Yeah, and we also are we've all been live tweeting the Shamrocks Hockey Club, and also we have their Instagram as well. It's at Phyllis Shamrocks. You can follow them for updates on Twitter and Instagram. And I think that is all. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next Friday. I'll be teaching a new song, bringing those guitars, sending videos of you playing these songs. Would love to see them. Thank you all for watching. And we will be back soon. Go Shamrocks, right? Have a good weekend, guys. See you.